Perimeter, area and volume. Second lesson. Reminder from last time that the area is the amount of space inside a flat 2D shape, and it is measured in square units, square centimeters, square meters, square kilometers, and also hectares. Today we're looking at the area of a trapezium, changing units, and the areas of compound shapes. So the area of a trapezium is a half a plus b times h. Now a is the top of the shape, b is the bottom of the shape, and h, the height, is the distance between them. You may prefer it as the short side, the long side, so you're adding the short and the long together, you're then timesing by the height and dividing by 2. It's just a different way of remembering it. If you need to make a note, pause the video and do so. Worked example. Calculate the area of this trapezium. So on the right, I've got the rule for those who can't remember it already. So the short side, or A, is 6.4. That's there. B, the long side, is 15.6. And the height, the distance between them, is 8. Putting these values into this formula here gives me area is 6.4 plus 15.6 times by 8 and divide by 2, which gives me an answer of 88 square units. Okay, pause the video and work out the area of each of these trapezia. Restart it when you are ready. So, rounding the answers to one decimal place where necessary. A, the area is the short add the long 5 add 11 times by the distance between them 7 and divided by 2. 5 add 11 is 16 times 7 divided by 2 gives me an answer of 56 square centimeters. Similarly, on the second one, the area is the short add the long 13.8 add 7.2 times 5.5, the distance between them, divided by 2, and the answer is 57.75 square centimeters. Similarly, for the other two, the short add the long times by the distance between them, divided by 2 gives me an answer of 31 square centimeters. And for the other one, the short add the long times by the distance between them, divide by 2 gives me an answer of 46.44. I hope you got them right. Sometimes we need to be able to change between units. There are 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter. So if I draw a centimeter square here, and I draw a 10 millimeter by 10 millimeter square here, which is still 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter, the areas of the squares are the same. So the area of this one here is 1 times 1, which is 1 square centimeter. The area of this one here is 10 by 10, which is 100 millimeters squared. So 1 square centimeter is the same as 100 square millimeters. So simply, to convert from centimeters to millimeters squared, we multiply by 100. And if we're going from the little unit millimeters squared up to the bigger unit of centimeters squared, we divide by 100. So there's a couple for you to go and do. Make sure you get them right. I hope you will. Pause the video and work them out. So converting 2750 square millimeters to centimeters, I am dividing by 100 because I'm going from the little to the big, so it is 27.5 square centimeters, and going from the centimeter squared to millimeters, therefore I'm going from the big to the little. It's a times problem, so I'm timesing by 100, 140 square millimeters. Number 9, that's the picture here. This is a square of side 2.1, so the area is 2.1 times 2.1, which is 4.41 square centimeters. Times that by 100, I get 441 square millimeters. Similarly, we can convert between centimeters and meters. There are 100 centimeters in 1 meter, so a square of side 1 meter will have 100 times 100, which is 10,000 square centimeters. So to convert from square meters to centimeters, we multiply by 10,000. To convert from square centimeters to square meters, that's the other way round, we divide by 10,000. Similarly, a couple for you to have a go at. Pause the video and try them. So, answers to A are 22,000 and B 0.5. The exam style question, multiplying the sides together gives me 13.2 square centimeters, and then timesing by 100, 1,320. So now we come on to the area of compound shapes. The objective here is to calculate the perimeter and area of shapes made from triangles and rectangles. In general, it's area, but sometimes we do perimeter as well. Did you know that the area of a trapezium can be found by dividing it into 2 triangles and a rectangle? Okay, here we go. Oh, a little note while I remember. 1 kilometre is 1,000 metres, so 1 kilometre squared is 1,000 times 1,000, which is 1,000,000 square metres. When we start dealing with units like this, the numbers get very, very big very quickly. So what we tend to do nowadays is use, for large areas of land, we use a unit called hectares. The unit is abbreviated to HA. Ha! So 1 hectare is 10,000 square metres. Anyway, so when we work out the area and perimeter of compound shapes, we split the shape into simpler shapes such as rectangles and triangles. If you need to make a note of the units above, pause the video and do so if you need to. So, worked example. Calculate the perimeter and area of this compound shape. So here's my shape here. So we really need to find the missing sides first. So if that side is 12 and this side is 8, then this little bit here has to be 12 take away 8, which is 4. Equally so, if this side is 5 and this side is 10, then this little bit here is 10 take away 5, which is also 5 centimeters. Then we can get the perimeter by adding them all together, giving me an answer of 44. To get the area, you need to split the shape into 2 rectangles. Here they've split it just there going down. So area of A is 5 times 4. Area of B will be 8 times 10. Take the 2 answers and work them out, add them together to give the answer. Sounds easy, but sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. Anyway, I make a little note here. That's what they gave you as a worked example, and they split it just there. Equally so, you could have split it just here to make 2 rectangles that way. Occasionally, some people find it easier to complete the rectangle, work out the big rectangle, work out the little rectangle, and take the little answer away from the big answer. All 3 methods will work perfectly well, and all of them will give you the correct answer. So, here are 3 for you to have a go at. Pause the video, work out the area of each. Only the area, not the perimeter this time. Sorry, my error. Area and perimeter, sorry. Okay, so first thing we need to do is work out the missing sides. If that is 11 and that is 4, then this side here is 7. If that is 9 and that is 5, then 9 take 5 is that little side there is 4. So when I split them up, I've got 2 rectangles. I could work out the area of each and add them together, which will give me an area of 71. I can take all the side lengths I've got all the way around it, add them together, get a perimeter of 40. Equally so with shape B. I've got an area of 57 and a perimeter of 38.6. I've put the extra sides on here and here for your benefit. Same with C, I've put the extra sides on which are missing in red there. And again, work them out. The area is 64.5, perimeter 39. These are a little bit more awkward, but not too bad, I hope. Calculate the area and perimeter of each. Rather than go through all of this, which will bore you to death, I'll just give the answers only. A, area 295, perimeter 82. B, area 106.62, perimeter 63.6. And C, area 130, perimeter 58. Just as a point of interest on A, I would have split it into 3 rectangles there, there and there. Okay, these are a bit harder because I've made the shapes a bit more awkward. Pause the video, have a go when you're ready. Helpful little hint, this time we're going to be splitting into rectangles and triangles. So here we go, splitting it into a rectangle and a triangle. Work out the area of the triangle, the area of the rectangle, add them together, I get an answer of 35. Here it's easy to split it here into my rectangle and triangle, giving me an area of 630, and again here I split it across there to give me my rectangle and triangle 216.5. Well, let's see if you've got all this. Pause the video, have a go at these. Email your answers to your maths teacher, restart the video when you have done them. To finish, explore how you would find the area of a shape with curved sides. We don't always do this, but it's nice to know how. And reflect. What have you learned from this video?